Hey guys, so I'm gonna do this reading. I'm kind of busy doing crafts, but I want to get this out. I think it's this book. Oh, and then I also had a download inside that I wrote down. Someone's trying to prove someone to be like uncredible, okay, by like stalking and then saying some sort of narrative, okay. It's like, look at yourself. Like, why don't you just look at yourself? Um, Otherwise you wouldn't be stalking, or like doesn't make sense on why you're stalking that person. Okay, you'd let them prove that with their own experiences naturally. If that were the case, you wouldn't be stalking them. Okay, the only reason you're stalking them is to sabotage them and then say whatever you're saying. That's why when there's like unwarranted surveillancing, it's inadmissible. It's thrown out. It's like, what? Then what are you? Okay, and then I also got like another download of someone saying that another person didn't have God in their life because they did this or they said this or they slipped up here or whatever. But they're getting this information by means of stalking. Okay, so inadmissible right there. Okay, and who are you to say that somebody doesn't have a relationship with God? You don't know that. You literally don't know that. I don't know that about you or anybody else other than myself. Okay? And that's such a crock of shit, okay? Because when I was at my worst, I still had a relationship with God. It wasn't something that I nurtured often, but I still had it. Okay? I always have. So to say that because somebody is doing a certain something, that means that they don't have God in their life is complete bullshit. Okay, shit. This is why there's people with certain lifestyles, they're protected. Throughout all of their bad decisions, they were protected, and now they have happy lives with a connection to the divine. Okay, because there is always that underlying belief, or something happened that triggered it. Okay, so to say that is to say that nobody's ever been in their shadow. And because of that shadow, they're not allowed to have a connection with God. Okay, which is judgmental for one, okay? But it's exclusive. Okay? And our creator is a very inclusive, okay? If you choose to have that relationship, it's there. So it just further proves that what they're trying to prove is a crock of shit. They're just trying to cover up the fact that they've been stalking and surveillancing illegally. Okay, so they're trying to point the blame at, you're not this, you're not that, look at this. But it's like, dude, look at yourself. Okay. Delusional mindset. Okay. Somebody brought attention to themselves. Okay, who are you kidding? You brought attention to yourself. Everything you've done has come to this, okay? And I heard that on the TV, so I wrote it down. Everything that you've done has come to this. Your target wasn't oblivious to your hate crimes. Your target wasn't oblivious to your hate crimes. So it's their fault that you got picked up, okay? It's straight up delusion, okay? Straight up delusion. And if you're anything like me, you know the cops are fucking involved in this shit, so it's not like you'd fucking it's not like you trust them with your fucking justice, with your freedom, with anything, fuck. May 6th, 2025. Okay? It's like, no, actually, you were the one playing both sides here, so it's like, take it out on yourself. But they refuse to reflect. This one's called Bigger Than They Make It Look. Bigger than they make it look. Any sort of questioning of one's character, okay, another's character, or another's judge of character, any warnings, any warrants, any arrests, any apprehensions, or seizing of assets, including finances, after already discovering and acknowledging that this person is being targeted, this person is being conspired against, all of it should be inadmissible. Okay, all these false reports and actions towards them using these government entities, okay? And everyone that had a hand in these processes in the past should be thoroughly looked into for corruption and hate crimes, okay? Because this is conspiracy. Anyone looking to take any further actions towards this person moving forward should be considered involved. If this person is who you say they are, then prove it by speaking your conflict directly to them, or shut the fuck up. Okay, this one's called 1,000,001 Ways to Hate and Steal. Attacks at your credibility, okay? They felt the need to steal your property to do so, to attack your credibility, okay? And then I got wallet, vehicle, keys, cell phone, SIM chip, government identification, mail, okay, with the mailing address on it, bank statements or your mail, and then they changed the mailing address. Excuse me. Or all of the above. Oh, these aren't my reading glasses. Those are my crafting glasses. Okay. Independent job or side job or mission to manipulate attacks as to set you up to look like a fraud. Okay, a fraud. My writing is messy. And to have others throw their guards up towards you, okay, to not be on your side, to not stick up for you, whatever. Because there would be like fake receipts, right? They had these receipts with this stolen property and then manipulating it. And then like acting, I'll just keep reading. And to organize misdirected hate crimes based off of fake facts, fake receipts, okay? Hate crimes over and over and over and over, obsessively. Obsessively resentful because they know that without stealing your identity, they would have had shit on you. And no influence because there is no, you did nothing to this person for them to want to have some sort of motive, right? So they had to make it up, fabricate it in order to attack. They're pissed because they can't take your status. This is like one thing that they can't take is spiritual status. They hate that you have an abundant energy, like an abundant mindset, an abundant way of being, an abundant way of operating. They feel like unless they kill you, you'll just make generational wealth all over again. Psycho. Anything you do, you excel at. This person is very unpleasant, like greedy, like never pleased, right? Or only momentarily pleased. The only time they're pleased is when they think that they've got one over on someone, and it doesn't last long. Very greedy attitude, okay? Greedy attitude. Nothing's ever good enough, okay? Nobody wants to be around a stalking narcissist who can't create unless they're sneaking. Okay, so this is what people are recognizing. And then the people who don't mind sneaking are recognizing that this target ain't anybody you're supposed to be sneaking. Okay, they're a genuine person for real. They would care for you for real because there's no judgment. This person doesn't judge. They have a very light heart. May 6th again. Group efforts. Happiness haters, home wreckers edition. People are recognizing that working with these haters was them misusing their resources, which has now implicated their business in hate crimes against you. And they're mad because exploitation, I heard. And they're mad because these are the acts that you can't take back. The unforgivable. The not easily undone. The how do you even exonerate this hate crimes? And slander, exploitation. Okay, so exploitation heavily, I got that twice. That has already been committed. It's like what's done is done. You weren't forced in to join. You weren't forced to join in on this type of exposure, on this type of trafficking, on this type of violating all of somebody's rights, okay? Stealing from them, trying to strip them of any sort of dignity, okay? Making sure that they had no resources or connections, and if they did, you implicated some sort of tactics here. It could be bribery or blackmail. Heavy slander, heavy fake receipts. Somebody wants to try to come in and love bomb or to send another in to try again, okay, so that they can redirect the narrative to seem authentic. But you're too real, okay? So your realness allows you to see through other people's lies, even the lies that they tell themselves, okay? You have a deeper understanding of how people portray themselves to you and to the public, okay? It's like you are a person. You are a person. You know how you would feel. You know what you have done, okay? And I don't know, these people just seem very easy to read, but not only that, you just have a deeper knowledge to things because you ask yourself why. You ask yourself, why did I do that? You ask yourself, what is it that triggers this for me, right? Like you've done the work yourself to understand how things piece together. So then you can now do that to other people, okay? Even though they don't know that you know how, okay? You've done it and you've known people that do other work, okay? And the reasoning behind their healing. So it is like decoding kind of, but only because you've asked your guides, you've quieted your mind, and you know the answers to certain things. So this is this deeper knowledge, okay, along with intuition. Okay, so if you're around that person and you're getting a strong urge of something, okay, you know to trust that because you're so in tune with self and asking self-awareness, okay? It makes you self-aware of other people as well, or the possibility of what it could be, the extreme to the minimal of what they're doing, okay? But you know, you can read people like, oh, you're manipulating me here, here, and here. It could be to this extreme or it could be this minimal, but I know what it is, okay? Just by how you're acting, your body language, what you choose to say. Okay, I'm getting vehicle tampering. Somebody like wanted to, I don't know what it is specifically. Okay, they wanted to know where somebody lives. Okay, and then somebody also tried to get someone to stay in a certain area so that another could come in and I don't know what this person wanted to do, like confront someone or something, but I don't know. They tried to like make someone stay somewhere until someone got there, but they ended up leaving. Okay, and I'm also getting vehicle tampering. Okay, they want to know where somebody lived. Um, anyway, that's just intuitively right now. I got that. Okay, so you have a deeper knowing, deeper understanding of how people portray themselves to you and to the public. Okay, there's a side note that someone is behind the scenes lying to a crooked, some sort of public office. Okay, or they could be getting fired because they lied to some sort of public office. Somebody's trying to push a bribe. Someone could be getting fired for bribery. Okay, somebody's also trying to bribe someone to have someone's kids apprehended. Okay, this is based on lies, like false report. They're having a fit. Okay, somebody's also lying. This could be to somebody's teacher or somebody's school, that someone's not to be trusted around children. Okay, if you're a police officer and you're doing that, you will be reprimanded. Okay, you had a hand in helping this person, um, their demise. Okay, so it's like, even if you were to say that this person does a certain something, they wouldn't be if you wouldn't have helped fucking destroy their life. um Inadmissible. There could also be like teachers or TAs, or like um teachers that are assigned to assess children, okay, that were bribed to lie, or to like make a big deal out of like nothing really, or to like downplay what somebody has been through or some shit like that, but they're like taking notes about like the kids, like kids' hygiene and shit. So like make sure like you're bathing your kids and cleaning their ears and shit, clipping their nails. Okay, because somebody's trying to do this. They're trying to like document how your kids go to school. I'm getting somebody too in the collective. They're looking at how long they wear like underwear. Like that's fucked up. I'm also getting like sexual education in health class, okay? They should be separating the boys and the girls, and they should be teaching them about their own anatomy, okay? Fuck the addressing the other sex's anatomy, okay? They need to be in tune with self first, okay? To have them together in a class learning that is fucking weird. Like that's like high school shit. Push a bribe to a corrupt public office. So this could be anything that's corrupt, has someone corrupt in it, right? Because they want them to lie, they're having a fit. Something about a bribe, pushing a bribe. Like, to do more hate crimes, pretty much. Someone's also bribing to say that somebody is immature, well then allow that person to show you themselves. Like if you're saying that this person isn't entitled to their own money, their own assets, because they're too emotionally immature or whatever the fuck you're claiming, allow them to present that themselves, allow them to be the example, right? And then go forth with those types of accusations, those address that person, okay, is what I'm saying. It's like, let that be proven then. In this instance, you have yet to tell them that they own this, that this is owed to them. Why is that? Because you want to fucking steal. Or you've already stolen. I'm getting like a bunch of home renovations, a bunch of like shingles and shit, a bunch of fucking car loans, all off the money that you laundered through the governmental system. The justice system. Calling it fucking whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's so fucking stupid. Okay? Yet you can't, what? Give this person what's owed. Like, it's their shit. If they're too immature to have those finances, let them prove that throughout their own life experience. If you're saying that this person will die or this person will do this, prove it. Let them have it. Let it play its course. But the thing is that you know that this person will do better. You know this person will cut you off because you've been involved. You know that this person will probably look into their past. You know that this person will have certain security measures against everybody involved. That this person has solid cases against a bunch of agencies, a bunch of businesses, a bunch of people. That's why. And that's dead wrong. Dead fucking wrong, okay? It's like, no, you don't get to decide because you think that you can predict this person's future. And why are they in this hardship? Why are they in this distress to begin with? Why do they feel like they are the only person that has their back? Me, myself, and I. And a power greater than myself. Why are they put in that position where they don't feel comfortable getting close to anybody? Investigators, okay, people who are really true of heart, who actually give a fuck, ask themselves these questions. It's like you just want this person in a certain state so that you could try again. A bunch of rituals, I'm getting a bunch of rituals. Those will not work. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Okay. I usually just cancel, okay? I usually just cancel them and then do like my own little prayer in my mind, okay? I'm returning to sender. I'm returning to sender. You guys can eat up that energy because that's fucked. Okay, that's fucked. Somebody also wants, oh, I didn't finish that. Is what I'm being told. Another side note, there's a group that gets off on sharing partners, okay, to rob authentic people, okay, so like acquaintances, whatever, people that they know that are authentic, they want to rob them from their happy family life, okay, or a healthy lifestyle, like sexual lifestyle, and happy family life experiences, like a partnership, an actual genuine reciprocated partnership, okay? Because they feel like they'll never have this, or their match, their genuine partner who's matching their energy, they don't like their match, okay? So it's like if they came across their person, they don't like their person because they wouldn't like themselves, they wouldn't date themselves because of how reluctant they are, how rigid, how warped, how stubborn in the worst way. So this group gets off on sharing partners. They want to be able to share people who are genuine, authentic, okay, to keep them from their happy family life experience. And they get off on this. They have a kink about this. It's like they all share, like everybody. And they're pissed off because like this is where they get their kicks off, is like being homewreckers, group style, okay? Anyways, have a good day, people. I mean, night. I'll see you tomorrow.